Hello and welcome to our final and very special edition of BBN News. We are going to have a cutest pet contest. I can't wait for that. First though, Miss Cottrell.
Hey Mustangs, Miss Cottrell here for the last edition of Brookwood's Best News. I just wanted to give one final shout out to all of my students participating in both Fitness First and Science in Real Life. I also wanted to say that I have enjoyed watching all of you in the other related arts classes as well. From what you've done in your art, to what you've done in technology, to watching those groovy dance moves from PE class, it's been fun. And last but not least, it couldn't be Brookwood's Best News without you Mustangs. Back to you, Mr. Guth. Farewell.
I totally agree, Miss Cottrell. It could not be BBN News without the students. Up next, Miss Obrey.
Thanks, Mr. Guth. Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Obrey here, reporting from my home for Brookwood's Best News. For this past week, I wanted to showcase some of my 8th grade students from my career exploration class. Their past week their assignment was to create a budget based off of a career they'd chosen. A few months ago, before this e-learning, students were to create a budget based off of if they were to live off of minimum wage, and they saw how difficult that really truly can be. So for this time around, students were to create a budget based off of a career that they chose and the salary of that career, and they got to kind of play around with a little bit more money and see what more they can afford and enjoy. So it was kind of fun to see the kids' salary budgets, and I hope they enjoyed doing it. And the kids that I wanted to showcase are for 8th grade career are Ava, Paloma, Keegan, Julia, Cameron, Brenna, Allison, and Addie. Thanks, girls. You guys did an awesome job for your 8th grade career exploration, finishing up with that. So thank you so much. I do want to just make sure that everybody else is congratulated as well, and everybody else did a wonderful job. Keep up the good work for your last couple weeks of school. Enjoy your summer, and take care, guys. See you later. Back to you, Mr. Guth.
Nice job, ladies, and thanks, Miss Obrey. Next up, the art department and Miss Nusain.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Guth. Miss Nusain here. This week, I have a lot of students I'd like to recognize for their hard work during remote learning. In 8th grade, we have Kaden, AJ, Chloe, and Paxton. Way to go, guys. And in 7th grade, I'd like to recognize Lila, Amber, and CJ. Great work. And in 6th grade, Alex and Sienna. I'm so proud of you, Mustangs. Keep up the great work. Back to you, Mr. Guth.
Again, so talented. Nice job, artists. Well, let's see what Miss Horek has.
Thanks, Mr. Guth. This is Mrs. Horek for Brookwood's Best Art, 4th and 5th grade. No, wait. That didn't sound right. Brookwood's Best News, 4th and 5th grade art. I think we can all agree that this has not been the best platform for learning art. I really miss us together in the classroom. I miss our creative energy. But I have had some students that are really up for the challenge. They've watched my videos, they've taken on my drawing challenges, and they've posted every week. So today I'd like to highlight these students for going above and beyond. Enjoy. Did you enjoy that? I did. Great job, you guys. Keep posting. We're not done yet. That's all for me today. Now back to you, Mr. Guth, for more Brookwood's Best News.
Amazing. Nice job, artist, and thanks, Miss Horak. Next up, Mr. Guth. Thanks, Mr. Guth. This week I want to recognize our 8th graders. Every week, literally, I would get hundreds and hundreds of videos sent to me by our 8th graders. And I just want to recognize just a select few. I have some screenshots up here from the pictures that they sent me, but they did an awesome job, and they're really going to be missed next year. As this is our final episode of BBN News, I just want to encourage you to get outside this summer, stay active, get plenty of exercise, have fun, of course, involve the whole family, and stay healthy. Back to you, Mr. Guth. I agree. We sure are going to miss those 8th graders. Well, Miss Popenhagen, how many pages this week?
Wow, this week's race was a close one, but once again, our 7th graders were the leader of the pack, with the most pages read. Well, Mustangs, you reached the finish line, and so have I. For the last time from Mrs. Popenhagen, goodbye, Mustangs, and keep on reading. And that's all, Mr. Guth.
Nice job, 7th grade. Victorious again. Well, Mr. Granahan, what do you got?
Hi, Mustangs. This week for technology, I'd like to recognize a few students who continue to do excellent work throughout this remote learning time. For 4th and 5th grade, I have Khalil, Brinley, Sophia, Peyton, Anais, and Olivia. Of those students, there's a few of them that have been consistent this entire time. And those students are Khalil, Sophia, Peyton, Anais, and Olivia. So excellent job. Thank you for all your hard work. Keep it up. In 6th grade, I have 4 students, Juan, Keith, Alex, and Lucas, who have done very well with their learning. More details on that to follow. You can see their progress here. These are the 6th grade leaders for technology. So we have Lucas at 95% and 63% completion. Then we have Juan at 100% completion and 42% completion for the 2nd unit, followed by Alex at 91% for the 1st unit, 36% for the 2nd, and finally we have Keith at 91% and 15%. Great job. And finally, for 7th and 8th grade, I have 2 students I'd like to shout out, and that is to Taylor and Hannah for submitting their work this last week. So thank you. Keep up the good work, Mustangs. Back to you, Mr. Guth.
Thanks, Mr. Granahan. You sure do have some great students. Next up, Miss Jong.
Mustangs, Ms. Zhang here, coming at you for Brookwood's Best News. Want to let you guys know some of the cool things my students in the lab are working on. I have 2 classes this semester. The first class is with 4th and 5th graders. My 4th and 5th graders are still working on their robot designs and new animation features. Way to go to Sophia S. and Brinley for staying on top of their work. Also, I want to talk to you about some of the things my 7th and 8th graders are doing in my 2nd lab class. A couple weeks ago, I was able to meet with Mia and Alexa to talk about their publishing of their book. We've been working on this for a while now, and we're coming to the end. We're really hoping that we'll be able to get their book fully published by the end of the school year. We also met with Ava W. and Keegan this week, and also Autumn L. and Elizabeth A. to catch up on things and see how they're doing. If you're in 7th and 8th grade lab, don't forget you can still sign up for your meets and who you want to meet with. The kids that have been working on our Pixar challenges have really taken it to the next level. So a special shout out to Addison H., Elizabeth A., and Naya. Naya's also been working on something new too with Minecraft. I can't wait to see her final product and to share it with you guys too. Until then, keep working hard, Mustangs, and do your best. Now back to you, Mr. Guth.
That lab is awesome, and I cannot wait to see what those students come up with next year. Thanks, Miss Jung. Well, let's head over to the music department and Miss Collins.
Hey there, Mustangs. Today I'm going to feature some 4th and 5th grade students who did some composition work this past week using Chrome Music Lab. The assignment was to use any percussion and melodic sounds available in the program to create some fun, catchy rhythms and to paint some great, colorful pictures. Here are some great examples.
Wow, that technology is awesome. Nice job creating that music. Well, Miss Oderno, what do you have?
Good morning, and welcome to the final edition of Brookwood's Best News, the choral segment. Today I'd like to tell you a little story. In 1962, a relatively unknown musical group traveled to England for a recording contract audition with one of England's major record labels. They were rejected. This was 1962. In February of 1964, the Beatles appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show. When their plane landed at JFK Airport, 4,000 screaming teenagers and 200 rapidly clicking photographers were witnessing the beginning of a new era in rock and roll. That small group of men that traveled to London for that recording contract left disappointed, but they didn't stop there. They continued practicing their instruments, writing new music, and 2 years later, they're on one of the biggest music platforms across the nation. And they started a new revolution alongside the Rolling Stones. The Beatles never gave up. And now today, I would like to leave this segment with you, saying that I don't want you to give up either. There is a song called Don't Let Anyone Steal Your Dream. You can find it on YouTube. Sammy Hall has recorded it, and now I would share a little bit of the lyrics with you. Don't let anyone steal your dream. Steal your dream. Steal it from you. Set your goal and then don't give in. Don't let anyone steal your dream, and you'll win. Mr. Guth, you know about winning, and now here we go to you.
Yes, I do know about winning, and setting goals and dreams is super important. Thanks, Miss Oderno. Well, here's your final reminder. Get those yearbook forms turned in.
Thanks, Mr. Guth. I can't think of a better way to reflect on the 2019-2020 school year than to order a yearbook. It's not too late. Order yours today.
Well, you've waited long enough. Here it is. Cutest Pet Contest.
Oh, good boy. Hey, Mr. Guth, it's Tank here. We have been spending a lot of time over quarantine. Before break, before our little closure, sixth grade leadership was gonna have a pet contest, the cutest pet contest. So all the kids, they submitted their pictures online, thankfully, and instead of having a contest, I decided to put together all those pictures in a little pet video, the cutest pet video of Brookwood Middle School. So enjoy this little video. I know my pet saved me over this quarantine, and I'm pretty sure yours did too. So enjoy.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed BBN News. And from all of us here, stay awesome, Brookwood.